We need to use integration by parts formula. So first let me remind you, when we have integral of product f of x times g prime of x with respect to x, this is equal f of x times g of x minus integral of f prime of x times g of x with respect to x. Because we have here x to 4 power times e to power 2x, I will take f of x equals x to 4 power. Why? When we take derivative of x to 4 power, we will reduce. The power will be x to third power. So it's a good idea to take f of x equals x to 4th power. So f prime of x will be 4x cubed. What left? We have e to 2x power, so this is our g prime of x. We just use this formula. When we put f of x equals x to 4th power, whatever left must be our g prime. So e to power 2x. Now we have to find antiderivative of g prime. So this is equal e to power 2x, and we have to multiply by 1/2. Why? Because derivative of e to power 2x is e to power 2x, and derivative of 2x is 2. So when we multiply 1/2 by 2, this constant will reduce and we will have exactly what we have at the beginning. G prime is e to power 2x. So now we can use this formula. Let me rewrite our integral of x to 4th power e to power 2x with respect to x is equal x to 4th power times f times g, so 1/2 e to power 2x minus, and now we have integral of f prime is 4x cubed times g. We have g is 1/2 e to power 2x dx. This is equal. First we will put constant, so we have 1/2 x to 4th power e to power 2x, and we can reduce 2 with 4 will be 2. I will put this constant before integral, so we have minus 2, and integral of x to 3rd power times e to 2x dx. We see our function is now simpler. So we need to use again integration by parts formula to reduce this x to cube power to x to 0 power. So let me put again f of x equals x cube. F prime of x will be equal 3x squared, and what left? E to power 2x. So our g prime must be equal e to power 2x. Antiderivative of e to power 2x is equal 1 over 2 e to power 2x. So now we can rewrite our beginning. We have 1/2 x to 4th power e to power 2x minus 2, and now in brackets we have to again use this formula. F times g first, f times g, so we have x cubed times 1/2 e to power 2x minus we have, and we have now integral of f prime is 3x squared times g is 1/2 e to power 2x with respect to x. Close brackets. This is equal. Beginning we have to rewrite. We have 1/2 x to 4th power e to power 2x, and we have negative 2 times 1/2 will reduce, so we'll have negative 1. You don't have to write, just x cube e to power 2x. Negative times negative give us positive, and we have 2 times this integral, because we have here 1/2, so again 2 we can reduce, so what left? We have 3. We will put before integral, and we have integral of x squared times e to power 2x with respect to x. We see our integral become simpler. We have now x squared e to power 2x. At the beginning we have x to 4th power. So again we will use integration by part formula. F of x we will put equals x squared, so f prime of x is equal to x. What left? E to power 2x, so we will put g prime, we have to put g prime of x is equal e to power 2x. Antiderivative of g prime is 1/2 e to power 2x. So now again we have to copy beginning. We have 1/2 x to 4th power e to power 2x minus x cube e to power 2x plus 3, and in brackets first we have to put f times g. So now we have x squared times 1/2 e to power 2x minus, and now we have integral of f prime is 2x times g. G is 1/2 e to power 2x with respect to x. So this is equal to, and 2 we can reduce. The beginning we need to copy, so we have 1 over 2x to 4th power e to power 2x minus x cube e to power 2x plus, and we will have 3 times 1/2 is 3 over 2x squared e to power 2x. 3 times negative 1 is negative 3 integral of x e to power 2x dx. And again we see that the power of x is now 1. At the beginning we have 4. So we will use integration by parts one more time. Let's put again f of x equals x. Why? Because now f prime is 1. So now we have what left? G prime of x is equal our e to power 2x. Antiderivative will be equal 1 over 2 e to power 2x. So this is equal, we have to copy the beginning, 1/2 x to 4th power e to power 2x minus x cube e to power 2x plus 3 over 2 x squared e to power 2x minus will be 3, and in brackets we will put first, again we will use this formula, first f times g, so now f is equal x times 1/2 e to power 2x, and we have minus integral of f prime is 1, and we have g is 1/2 e to power 2x with respect to x, close brackets. So this is equal. We have 1/2 x to 4th power e to power 2x minus x cube e to power 2x plus 3 over 2x squared e to power 2x minus will be 3 times 1/2 is 3 over 2x e to power 2x, and now we have negative times negative give us positive, and we will take this 1/2 before integral times 3 will be 3 over 2, and we have integral of e to power 2x with respect to x. This is equal. We have 1/2 x to 4th power e to power 2x minus x cubed e to power 2x plus 3 over 2x squared e to power 2x minus 3 over 2x e to power 2x plus we have 3 over 2, and integral of e to power 2x is 1/2 e to power 2x. Of course, we need to add constant c. So this is equal. Now we can factorize e to power 2x, and in parentheses we will have 1/2 x to 4th power minus x cubed plus 3 over 2x squared minus 3 over 2x plus 3 times 1 is 3, 2 times 2 is 4, close parenthesis, plus c. This is my solution.